Upon entering the bar, he sees a beautiful young woman sitting there alone. He's so shy, he considers whether or not to talk to her. It takes him an hour to finally go and talk to her. When he goes and says something to her, the girl turns around and says, "No, I won't sleep with you." The guy is totally embarrassed. He walks away to his table, mortified and humiliated. A few minutes later, the girl comes back to his table and tells him that she's sorry for acting like that, and the reason why she acted like that is because she's an undergraduate student who's studying psychology, and she's studying people's behaviors when faced in an embarrassing situation. The guy turns around and he says, "What do you mean, $200? Well, at this point, the crowd is looking at her, and she's the one that's been embarrassed. Most people would not act like the guy in these types of situations. In fact, people will be less likely to voice a difference of opinion if they feel that they will be outnumbered or embarrassed. Have you ever been in a situation like this, where you withheld your opinion because you were embarrassed or you were outnumbered by your friends? Working in the public health sector, I've seen this a lot of times, and I understand that being a minority is not always easy to voice your opinion. One reason may be Noel Newman's spiral of silence theory. The spiral states that the more dominant the group, the less a person will be willing to voice their opinion. Some of the things that we're going to talk about today is the spiral of silence theory, who and when people are affected, and how to overcome the obstacles surrounding this theory. This theory was introduced in 1974 by a woman named Noel Newman. It was an attempt to explain how public opinion is formed. The theory explains why people often feel the need to control their opinions, preferences, and views when they fall within the minority of a group. These reasons can be fear of isolation, when individuals have a fear of being rejected by those in their social environment; acceptance, when people are more willing to publicly state things when they feel that they'll be accepted positively by their environment and the people in their environment. Some things to remember when this happens is that strong personal principles are necessary to activate this spiral. Evidence does suggest that the spiral effect is small but significant. Knowing what this theory is and what the effects are will equip you and aid you in voicing your opinions or desires in the future. Today, I encourage you to evaluate why you might be withholding your opinion. Are you fearful of being socially isolated or rejected? Are you seeking approval? Remember the theory, because maybe you're not as outnumbered as you think.